YouTubers, welcome back. Blessings to you all. I'm giving you a follow-up today about, well, I haven't officially started with the Tupler. I am wearing the splint, but nothing more than that. The way the guidebook works is that you start your week on a Monday. So it goes Monday, let's see, can you see that this way? Monday through Sunday. So that's what she considers a Tupler week. So I'm going to be incorporating the Mutu system with a Tupler week starting on tomorrow. But I have been doing a little bit of the practices. The DVD for the Tupler Technique is very, very helpful. It includes an hour-long workout after you get to a certain number of weeks, and then you incorporate that workout. One of the main things is what I'm going to talk about today is the differences between the Mutu system and the Tupler system. And so the focus of the Tupler technique, of course, is about getting that Diastasis Recti eliminated. And there's a research-based program, and it has 4 steps. So I'm going to go over these brief 4 steps. She mentions it in her other video, so this is not any new information. I'm just re-emphasizing what is provided in this program. Exercises: the elevator exercise, the contracting exercise, and the head lifts. Those are the main exercises that are done systematically throughout the weeks, and she explains more about how that works. If you're interested in Tupler technique, then you can get the guidebook and stuff. Also, splinting and wearing and holding your splint. You start double splinting on after week 4, so that's when double splinting occurs. The transverse is your best friend. Use it on the work of everything you do, and this is truly the core. You know, people say, work your core, build your core, make your core stronger. I've been hearing that for years. You have a weak core, you have a strong core, you need to engage your core. Your core is your transverse muscles. So that's what really needs to be engaged. And those muscles are the muscles that move forward and backwards. So when you breathe in, the transverse muscle goes forward, and when you breathe out, the transverse muscles come in. You want to hold those muscles in deeper to strengthen those transverse muscles, to strengthen that core. And that's what the core is. It's like, oh, really? I've been hearing this forever. And how to get up and get down properly. So she goes over that in the DVD, getting up from sitting to standing, standing to sitting, from a chair to standing, from standing to a chair, and some other stuff. So that's that. And of course, a lot of these things you can do independently, but you have to think about it. You don't have to have the DVD to do the elevator exercises. You just need to know what those exercises are. And you can do it anytime throughout the day, especially when you're sitting down or standing up. A lot of those particular exercises occur while you're either sitting down, which a lot of people do sit down, and standing up. So the lying back stuff doesn't occur until a few weeks out. So that's how the Mutu system works. And you wear the splint. So here's my splint. I'm going to show you. Here's my splint. They only offer the beige right now. They don't have any black if you get the original. And if you get a short torso, you can get a black colored one. If you have a short torso, and that's good for the children. Here it is. And there it is, like so. Okay, so that's the splint, and you wear that all day, every day. Now, here's the key. The Mutu system, the 12-week program, as I mentioned, you get the DVD. The 12-week program, the philosophy of the Mutu system is that you don't wear a belly binder. Well, guess what? A splint, the abdominal splint, is not, I repeat, is not a belly binder. It doesn't function the same way. it doesn't have the same job as a binder. So, you know, a lot of times after pregnancy, they tell you, you know, you need to wear a binder. You really need to wear a splint, not a binder, because a binder, you know, is only two sides and it comes together. And I have a binder. I have two binders. One I couldn't wear anymore, and the other one, I just knew I needed a splint if I wanted to get those muscles together. Um, a belly binder, you just put it on one side, another side, and then it compresses your waist. That's all it does, and it can make your muscles weaker. So yes, regarding the Mutu system, when they say don't wear a belly binder, they're correct. Don't wear a belly binder. But they're incorrect in the sense of what a splint is. Okay, a splint is not a belly binder or abdominal binder. A splint has those three arms, and if you look at Julie Tupler's videos, you'll see the splint has three arms. So you're actually pulling your muscle, pulling that not the transverse, but you're pulling the muscles from your recti on both sides, your obliques. You're pulling those into the center of your abdominal area. So I can show you here. Okay, so you have something like this. Okay, let's imagine this is my splint, because so you can see what I can easily do. And this is what I would use a scarf for double splinting. So you just take this and you pull it towards the center. You want to hold it towards the center, and you pull this towards the center. So you're really centering your muscles to the middle. That helps the connective tissues to heal. This is what I'm doing right now. It's officially what they call double splinting, because I have the splint underneath my clothes and I'm using the scarf as another splint. Okay? And that is what a splint does. It forces to get those muscles together. Belly binder, you just, you know, and you wear like a corset, but that's that. So she emphasizes that. So the Mutu system says, don't wear it, you don't need it. And the woman who mentioned about later incorporating the Tupler technique said she used the Mutu system first, but she got it closed, but it really helped her to get it closed when she used this as well, the Tupler technique. So she used this and this, I guess weeks later, maybe 18 plus weeks after she was doing the Mutu system, and it helped close her diastasis recti way better. So, and a lot of people, like I said, haven't really shown a video or a series showing using the combination of both and using both. Now, the one thing the Tupler technique does tell you to avoid that you do a little bit here is the hands and knees position, because Julie Tupler talks about being on your hands and knees. You know, your organs are facing the floor. You know, your connective tissue is weak already, and your organs just going to push on that connective tissue more. So there is a core exercise on here for the first several weeks where you are on your hands and knees. So I suppose if you want to skip that particular exercise, you can. There's plenty other exercises here. And what I love about the Mutu system in comparison to the Tupler technique is that she does stretches. Now, she does emphasize, the Tupler technique does emphasize stretches, but the video actually incorporates stretches. So there's a number of stretches that you do because you want to work the whole body in relation to the core, not just the core itself. The Tupler technique focuses on rebuilding the core. The Mutu system focuses on building the core by focusing on your whole body, okay? On your whole body to rebuild the core and get that diastasis recti closed, where this is pretty much focusing on rebuilding just the core. But of course, if your core is strong, then everything else you do should be improving as long as you're starting to work your whole body and not just one aspect of your body. So those are the difference between those things right here, the Mutu system and the Tupler technique. So I'm still going to wear my splint. She emphasized wearing your splint until your diastasis recti has closed and that your core is strong enough to hold itself. So as long as you do that, you should be good. Well, that's all for today or right now. As I mentioned, I'm going to start a video series on dietary components, because the Mutu system does focus on dietary components compared to the Tupler technique. So if you want something that lets you know like what foods to help your body heal and rebuild itself, Mutu system does focus on that. The Tupler technique doesn't offer that from the get-go. I can't necessarily say that the online coaching doesn't provide that, or a licensee who can teach it in your area does that, but that's what is provided when you purchase the Mutu system. So anyway, I will be talking more about dietary matters and nutrition and the environment. Those are all going to be different series, but for right now, we're still focusing on the postpartum belly and recovering from that. So I hope you join with me in this journey, and I'll see you probably a week later regarding the postpartum belly, and then we'll talk about it probably 3 weeks out from now when this is supposed to be updated. So the transitional component with the Tupler technique is after week 3, whereas here I think it's after like week 6 or something like that. All right. So once again, if you have any requests for a healing, if there's things like that going on with your body, maybe even with your emotions, maybe your mindset, you gotta have a positive attitude when you're approaching these things and in life, in order for your body to recover. Your mind, spirit, and soul must all work together to bring forth that healing. So anyway, my email address is below if you want to contact me. And I think on the first video, I already provided in the description box the 2 links. So you can go back to the first video about the recovery and see the 2 websites for these. All right. Well, I'll talk to you later, and you have a wonderful, blessed day. Blessings, peace, live long and prosper. Okay. Bye.